Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tastefully Balanced. I'm Miriam, and I figured since it's a brand new year that I would start off the year with a meal prep video. Now this is going to be a little bit different than my usual videos. I'm going to show you kind of a step-by-step on how I meal prep. This is going to be Mexican inspired, but I plan to do a meal prep video every Friday this month. So if you guys like to start the new year on a healthy note like me and love meal prep ideas, please subscribe and keep watching. All right, welcome back. So this is not going to be my usual live videos that I do on Fridays for you guys normally, but I am going to just kind of insert clips as I'm talking about it and show you guys kind of the step-by-step process of how I meal prep. So for me, I kind of sit down at first and think about what I want to kind of eat that week or what I'm kind of craving. This week, I felt like I wanted some Mexican inspired dishes. These are not authentic, these are absolutely my take on it, but they're all delicious and I think you'll enjoy it. The first thing I did was take 2 pounds of ground turkey meat and I sauteed that in a little bit of oil. I didn't put that much oil, just a little bit so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And then as the turkey is cooking, it naturally releases some of the oils and some of the liquids, so then you don't have to worry about it sticking. And then once it's browned, what I do is I go ahead and add seasoning to it. In my case, this is just a store-bought taco seasoning, but it is so easy to make. I'll go ahead and leave a recipe for my seasoning that I usually use, and you can use that if you don't have any mix available to you right away. So all I did was add the mix and then add half a cup of water. Now then I just kind of let it bubble and sizzle with the seasoning and just let it kind of cook through all the way. I do this for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And if the liquid starts to look low again, I add another half a cup of water. I do this until I feel like the meat is looking good and the color is there. So this is super easy. Now you can use this meat in various ways. What I want to show you is 2 different kinds of meats and then how to use those in 2 different ways. So then I have my ground turkey ready to go, my taco ground turkey. Now I'm going to go ahead and make another protein. So I decided to make some of my shredded chicken salsa. I've already kind of shared this recipe with you guys. I actually made this even simpler by not adding anything else but just some chicken breast and some salsa, and that's it. Put my Instant Pot on manual for about 10 minutes and then it was ready to go. So those are going to be my 2 meats, proteins, whatever, for the week. And so I now am done with the big things. And then while I was doing this, I also cooked up some brown rice in my rice cooker. Just 2 cups is good enough for 5 meals for me. But again, you kind of have to play around and see what the quantities are gonna be for you. For my case, I wanted to make 5 meals, but the 5 meals are going to be split between my husband and I. So it's not me eating the same exact thing for 5 straight days. And I know some people don't like to eat the same thing for 5 consecutive days. I get that. I usually meal prep for about 2 to 3 days because by the 3rd day, I'm a little tired of it. Or what I will do is cook up my proteins and then use it in various ways. So now that I have my 2 proteins and then my rice, let's go ahead and make my actual meals. So for dinners, I wanted to make a salad with some of that taco meat. And I like to have salads or something a little bit lighter for dinner, so I'm not sleeping with a full stomach. Or if I am gonna be eating a lot or something, then I eat it a little bit earlier in the day. But for me this week, I wanted to have a salad for dinner and then a little bit of a heavier lunch. For the salad, the first thing I did was put dressing. I put dressing on the bottom of the mason jar so it doesn't get soggy with the rest of the veggies that I put in. For the dressing, I kept it super simple, just half sour cream, half salsa, that is it. Mix it up, pour it in the bottom of the mason jar, and your dressing is ready to go. And then I just had some lettuce that I chopped up, some cucumbers, some tomatoes, cilantro, but again, you can kind of play with the veggies and whatever salad ingredients that you like and put that into your mason jar instead. And then that's it. I just closed it up, and when I'm ready to eat it, I just shake it up. I keep the taco meat separate from the salad just so that I can warm it up a little bit because I do like it a little bit warmed. So I just put in about 4 ounces of the turkey meat into little containers. And then now these are going to be my salads for the night. And it's really easy. You just shake it up, warm up the meat, and you're ready to go. It could not be easier. So next I want to show you guys what I'm going to be having for lunch. For lunch, I decided to have some of that brown rice. On the side, I wanted to add some of that shredded chicken that I made in the Instant Pot, which all I did was after it was done, I just shredded it, put it back in the salsa, and that was it. So super easy. But I put some of that chicken in, and then I wanted to make a veggie dish. So what I did to keep it really simple again, roast up some Brussels sprouts. All I did for the Brussels sprouts is I preheated the oven at 400 degrees, and then I went ahead and chopped up the Brussels sprouts in half. I tossed it with a little bit of olive oil, probably like 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons, mixed it all up, and then I did season it with just a little bit of lemon pepper. And that is it. I roasted it for about 20 minutes. You can just check to see if it looks good, and this is what it looks like. It was nicely colored and nice and brown, so all I did then is just add it to my meal prep containers. Also guys, I just got these meal prep containers. They're amazing. I love them. They're nice glass, so I don't have to worry about reheating it or microwaving it or, you know, putting it in the dishwasher. So they're sturdy versus I've gotten those other meal prep containers, the flimsy plastic ones, and those don't last me very long. So I'm excited to have these last a little bit longer than that. So now I am done. I've taken care of lunch, I've taken care of dinner, so now it's breakfast. And for me, breakfast is usually 2 things. It's usually some boiled eggs, which is easy. I just boil up a bunch in the beginning of the week and then it's ready to go. Or I do yogurt. So I have about maybe like half a cup to 3/4 cup of yogurt, top it off with a little bit of berries, frozen berries, and by the morning time it's nice and liquidy. So those are going to be my breakfast, either boiled eggs or the yogurt. And then I have my snack, which usually is just a piece of fruit. This week I just have oranges and apples. Then I have my lunch, and then I top it off with my dinner, which is a salad. So that's really it. It looks like a lot, but really the hardest part of all this was just cooking up the meats, and you guys saw how easy that was. So none of this is really hard. It's super easy, not very complicated, and it sets you up for the rest of the week. And that's kind of what is key. If you want to stay on track, you know, you can work out as much as you want, but 80% of everything is how you eat. And if you're eating badly, it's not gonna matter. You know, you can work your butt off at the gym, but if you're eating crappy, it's all just a waste. If you guys like these types of videos where I'm just kind of walking you through how I plan my week, meal prep, you know, just comment, like, share, and subscribe. Give me ideas on the theme for the meal prep. I think I'm gonna do a different theme every single Friday. For example, this was Mexican theme, so I'm gonna do definitely a desi one because I know people have a hard time thinking that desi food can be healthy, but I promise you it can. So you just gotta be creative. So if you guys like these types of videos, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live life tastefully balanced.